Hi, this is Dorothy with Scrapbooking, and I needed a few more Christmas cards. So I decided I needed to do them quickly because I'm running out of time here. And so I took a couple of pieces of some leftover Christmas paper from a couple of months ago. And you could use any Christmas paper or any paper that you want, really. But I needed Christmas cards. So I am setting my point at 1.5 on my cutter, and the other point is at 2. So I went ahead and cut these two pieces. Now, this is an inspiration from one of the sketches from the Atlantic Card Sketch Challenge. And so I mixed the two pieces, the two patterns together to get the pine green on one side on the left and then on the right on the other card. And same thing with the poinsettias. So perfect combinations of paper and slightly two different cards. So I'm going ahead and sticking these down, and because I cut them at the same time together, they perfectly match. So I'm just going to hide the seam with some shimmer tape, and I've got any of them really look good. It just kind of depends on what you like. So I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of silver on one, and I'll put a piece of white on the other. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them off. You just flip the card over and then cut it right to the edge, and it's perfectly done. I always leave a little tab of the plastic with the shimmer trim so I don't have to mess with it. Now, this is another way you can save a lot of time. This is one of the shapes from one of our Cricut. Well, we used to have cartridges. Now they're all uploaded to digital. And I cut a whole bunch of these at least a year ago. So I did them in white glitter at 1/4 of an inch bigger than the white daisy. So the white daisy was cut at 2 inches in this wonderful shape. Kind of a multi-bracketed shape, but I love it. I love the shape. And there's a perfect little sentiment that fits exactly in the 2 by 2. So love that, and I'm going to go ahead and use it. Put it on my little cushion first, ink it up in some pine, and press it down real good. Give it a little time for the ink to absorb into the paper. And so since this is white on white, I'm going ahead and taking a sponge and just ever so slightly edging the white daisy in the pine. So you can kind of see the difference between the edges. So like I said, I just did a little bit. I just wanted a little bit of hint. And look at how much more that shows up with just a little hint of color. So I'm going to go ahead and pop up this with the thin foam tape. And it sticks better to the glitter paper than the regular roll-on adhesive from Tombow or wherever. So you can put the sentiment wherever you like, whether it's in the center or down in the lower right corner, just kind of up to you. And I'm also going to pop up the sentiment. So just a hint, when you're making thin cuts and when you're making Cricut shapes, go ahead and make more and kind of put them in a, put them away so you can find them, number one, big deal. And I had these out with all these zillions of Christmas shapes. So I'm picking out an inside sentiment to go in the card. But I have a separated box that's about 1 inch high, and it fits all these different sizes of thin cuts or Cricut shapes perfectly. And I can just go and grab my box and use whatever shape I want. So it really has saved me a ton of time this year after I made so many of them last year. Just a hint on saving yourself some time. So I'm going to go ahead and use the pine to do the inside stamp. Pardon me. So 1 card down. And then I'm going on to my second card. So the nice thing is since the paper was cut at 5.5 by 4.25, it fits right to the very, very edge of your A2 card, which is 5.5 by 4.25, coincidentally. So I'm going to go ahead and use the white, and I'm pulling it off the edge. See how much faster? You don't have to go digging in between the tape and the clear backing if you leave yourself a little tab. Anything to make things easier on you. Anything helps, and you really learn to appreciate it. So I'm going to do the same exact thing here, and I'm using the same sentiment. So these are also some thin cuts that I got this year, which are still available. And talk about making life simple. So you just punch them out, and you're not having to pull out your stamp, your ink, or your blocks and your foamy thing. You know, you can just glue it down. But I've got this, and I've got these great shapes, and so I'm going to go ahead and use them because, you know, I can always make some more shapes. And it's kind of nice to clean out the scraps, if you know what I mean. So this is a great paper to use your scraps on. So, which I do have a lot of Christmas scraps. So, and it's probably not a bad idea when you've got some time, maybe after the first of the year, you know, to start making some Christmas cards so that when you get down to the insane November and December of next year, you've got yourself covered. So I'm using the little bit wider foam tape, but it's still the thin one. And I'm just lining up the little points and then adding some more double stick foam. This can be ripped, you know, whether you rip it or cut it, it's ever up to you. You see me, I combine the two of them. So, okay, so I'm just going to put that in the center, and then I'm going to use Christmas wishes on the inside. It's so, art glitter paper is so shiny. It's such a beautiful paper. So I could have used, I had already made these. I do have some pine ones that are really beautiful that I could have used on the inside too. So I'm just going to go ahead and get some, some liquid Tombow, and pardon me, just dot it lightly here and there, just on the tops and bottoms and points and what have you, and just so you don't get too much on there so that it squishes out. So I'm going to use the tweezers here. A little bit more easy to control than my fingers. So there we go, Christmas wishes. And I need to just set a block on there for a couple of minutes and let it establish some adhesion, if that's a word. My phone just makes noise all the time. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and, if you've watched me make cards, I like to put a little thing on the back that kind of matches what I'm doing. And so this is a little holly leaf done in pine, and also my envelopes are going to be the same. And now I'm going to flip that over and put my little holly leaf at the bottom. Now I could color those berries in some red. But I'm kind of in a hurry to get the last of my cards out. So there we go. It only took me, maybe 12 or 13 minutes at the most to do this. I speeded up my video somewhat, but it didn't take long at all. And it makes for a nice card, and it makes it quick. So I appreciate you watching, and I'm just getting my envelope so you can see the envelope that goes with the card. So thanks for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Bye now.
Hi, I'm Dorothy Smith.
Thanks for watching my video, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel and learn along with me. Thanks. Bye-bye.